Quotes from John Newton. From the Kindle, Deep Christian Quotes and Bible Verses. First quote. "Oh, my friend, what do we owe to the grace of God, that we were not cut off in the days of our ignorance, as so many others have been?" Second quote. "Blessed be God for Jesus Christ, He is exalted to save to the uttermost." That word uttermost has an extensive meaning. It includes a conquest over all difficulties, and a supply of all that is necessary. How totally, and how often, would I have been lost, had not Jesus engaged to save me to the uttermost. And many a time I would have given up all hope, but for that text, He is able to save to the uttermost. To the uttermost reaches to all possible circumstances. He can enlighten the most ignorant, soften the most obdurate, support the most tempted, comfort the most distressed, pardon the most guilty. Third quote. "Oh, may His precious name be engraved upon our hearts, and sound sweeter than music to our ears. For He has loved us, and washed us from our sins in His own blood, and will save us to the uttermost. In defiance of all our sins, all our fears and all our enemies." Fourth quote. "The human heart is most deceitful and desperately wicked. Who really knows how bad it is? But I know. I, the Lord, search all hearts and examine secret motives. I give all people their due rewards, according to what their actions deserve." Jeremiah 17:9 and 10. Fifth quote. "The heart, with all its deceitful and wicked workings, is incessantly under divine inspection and examination. The Lord searches the heart, He traces and investigates the inmost principles of our souls and their motives, with the utmost exactness." Sixth quote. To form a more just idea of this scrutiny, let us ask ourselves how we could bear to be compelled to declare aloud, in full company, every thought, wish and desire which pass through our minds, with no exception. People, if they were brought to this trial, would rather choose to die than comply with it. Seventh quote. If every man was compelled to speak all that he thinks, there would be an end of human society. And men would no more venture to dwell with man, than with tigers and bears. Eighth quote. We know what mischief one ungoverned tongue may sometimes occasion. But the tongue can do no evil, any farther than as it is an instrument of disclosing the hidden things of the heart, yet it is but a small part of these, that the worst tongue is capable of disclosing. What then would be the case, if all our hearts were open, and all our evil thoughts, motives and desires known to one another? What a mixture of confusion, defiance, shame, rage, fear, and contempt, would overspread every countenance. Ninth quote. And yet, we are thus exposed to the searching eye of a pure and holy God. The Lord knows the thoughts of man's heart, that they are vain. He long ago declared the result of His examination: God saw the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. Thus, we see how vile and hateful our hearts must appear, in the sight of a heart-searching God. Thanks